What's up, y'all? This is episode 47 of the Basketballist. We had to run it back. We had to run it back. What the streets say? The streets.
The street said they need to find out where this pod is at. I'll tune in. Show me where it's at. I don't know. I kept getting those comments, those questions. So we back.
Yeah, man. I'm just a guest
Yeah,
on the pod. It went well. Great conversations with great friends. So we
yeah.
had to run it back.
I'm not gonna lie. Jordan was eating with these clips. His shit was going. His clips was going a little viral, and then people was asking questions. So we had to run it back. But how's everybody doing? It's been like almost 2 months. So what's the update with everybody?
Yeah, we. I feel like we all had a bit of a busy, like, couple weeks after that. So it was like, back and forth, working, doing freelance stuff. But I feel like somebody over here had probably the biggest news of them all. You know what I mean? Like that last episode, you was engaged. Now you a married man, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Shout out Simone. Shout out to Simone and the missus, and it's been a blessing. And we just got our video finally.
Okay, yeah.
Expensive ass video for
Yo,
weddings.
wedding videographers get to it.
They
Oh, man.
get
They
to
get
it.
to
They
it.
get to it. But it was good. Maybe cry again. And but you relive the moments and the emotions, and it's dope.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I got the chance to attend. It was a celebration of love. It was nice. It was around family, loved ones, friends, and obviously he could have invited an entire stadium worth of people, but to be included in those people was nice, and I appreciate him for that. And that just shows the type of guy he is.
That and weddings ain't cheap, so the, the list had to be short. But Jordan, what you been up to these last month and a half? This last month.
Just really grinding, bro. Lot of projects on the way. A lot of things with brands on the way. Still working. Just trying to grind, bro. Head down.
That's it. And I guess an update with me. My frustrated self with my coaching. It's been a learning curve. We're not doing as good as I had hoped. But I think that's the beautiful thing with coaching is just being able to see the journey with players, letting them know it's a long season, playing, AAA NEPSAC basketball and at the development level and the prep team, seeing all this talent, it's insane, and it still boggles my mind why college coaches still don't take a more serious look at the level I'm at. Obviously, you got the EYBL league that's doing really well. Shout out to our boy Preston. He's been hooping. They're number one right now. But again, like I think it's comparable to that league, just the athletes that are in it. And just they play a college level game, 40 minutes, scouting reports. Teams have 3-4 coaches. It's intense. So
It's still crazy how times changed though, because back I want to even like maybe like 20 like early 2000s 2010 to
Yeah.
2016, like NEPSAC was where if you were a top player in the country and you were doing the prep route, that's where you were going.
exactly.
Like Donovan Mitchell,
We'll go down the list.
yeah, Nerlens Noel, all them, like that's where you went.
Tremont,
Yeah,
Tremont,
like
George
Stav started out
Niang,
there, George
Miles Powell
Niang,
was over there.
Isaiah Thomas came from Washington.
to South Kent. Darrell Wright. This is going back to the early 2000s. Darrell Wright, Andre Bloch, the guy. Young people don't know Bloch went from South Kent straight to the league.
To the league.
Darrell Wright, I think was almost. I think he might have been the same thing. But
Bruce Brown went to Vermont Academy.
yeah, like dude, there's a lot of NBA guys that played in the NEPSAC. So it just boggles my mind right now. Even though it's so much more talent that coaches are not still taking it for granted, or they take it for granted, not looking at the talent that's there. We got, just going names, Badara, London Jemison, Putnam has Butter.
Yeah.
And then they have a bunch of other guys at Parrish. Like I'm naming
Keyshawn
Connecticut.
Tillery.
I was naming CT guys, but like these are like top notch guys that I think will be impact players, for years to come. So, but that's what I've been up to, just taking that in and trying to educate parents and players. Like some kids are starting to reach out, like, oh, I might want to PG, do a prep year, or leave my school, and I don't think they realize the level of play coming into that league.
We
They don't
should we
have
should
the
talk about that.
resources either.
When do you think a kid should be like, okay, I'm gonna go do a prep year, or I want to do the prep school route? Like, what do you think sends a kid like when they should take that step?
That's a good one.
I think, me personally, if you want to take basketball serious, you do that. And what year specifically, I think it depends on it. Every person's different, right? So we talked about, I want to bring up the kid Willie Darden. Where is he? Wilbercross.
He's at Cross, yeah.
Cross. And initially just watching him grow, I was like, maybe he should go prep route. But then again, I think he needs the opportunity to be the man on a team, develop a year or two, and then be like, all right, I need to challenge myself now, and then move up. So someone like him, maybe a year or two public school or at a lower level league, learn how to be the guy, but then you'd have to go back and be a quote unquote role player. I don't think going to a prep school you're going to be a superstar per se, because there's so many good players.
And to preface that too, like Willie's like 6'6", strong. Like it almost feels like he's grown into his grown man body, and he's only a freshman. So like going to that prep school, like most kids sometimes go like to get stronger, to like get more reps or whatever. But like he's already in that physical. Like he's bigger than most kids in his league, and he's a freshman. So like to have that and then go prep, it's like, okay, like it's not like you're skipping a step, but it's like, okay, you don't really have to get that much bigger. Now you just have to work on your game, learn how to work with others and stuff like that. So that prep route looked so good at first, but I do agree that he needed like some time to like, spread his wings and figure out like more of his game and more of his creativity, because he honestly is like a 5-tool guy. Like he can do it all, and I think that the time separate on his own is gonna blossom him into something even greater than what it would have been.
Yeah, I think it's all situational. Like everyone's basketball situation is extremely different. So say you got this 8th grade kid, 6'4", like plays regular AAU and stuff like that. I don't want to see him go to prep school his freshman year and be conditioned to hit, because you got to think about it. 8th grade kid is 14 years old, 15 years old. Like his brain is still mush right now. Like he's a little kid. So I want to see him go to your public school, or even go to like a Catholic school around your neighborhood or something like that. Go dominate. Like go prove to people I'm one of the best in this area, and like you guys can't stop me. Then maybe after you prove yourself in your high school, you go maybe play on a circuit, you go prove yourself there, and maybe high school level has nothing more to offer you at that time. All right, let me go test out these prep schools. Let me go maybe like OTE or something that's hitting you up. But like you don't have to necessarily automatically go to that prep school. I think you need to show your skills first. Like that is first and foremost. But some kids do, like Dariq Whitehead. Like he was at Mount Verde from like 8th grade or something like that. Like some kids, you can develop in that.
They built for that.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, he's in EYBL dominating.
Right.
Like okay,
So it
like
balances
it
out.
already balances out. Like Malik Thomas, like Malik played
killing.
public school all those years.
Killing.
Senior year, like I won 3 state championships. Okay, I killed EYBL. I'm killing that top 100 camp. I'm killing that Nike camp. Like, all right, like let me go
something
OTE.
different.
I'm playing against the best players every day. I could go in the gym every day.
Killing an OTE too, by the way.
And that's also another situation that's different too. Like some prep schools, you have those prestigious prep schools and stuff like that. But some of them are basketball factories. Like you can't beat waking up at 6 a.m, going to run. Middle of the day getting a lift in, at night playing basketball, to where another kid is just going to school from 8 to 3. You can't use your high school gym from 3 to 5. Like you guys only have a time slot 5 to 6, or you can't get in the gym that day. Like it's just all situational. Like I feel like that's definitely a hard decision that people do have to make though.
Yeah, and I think just going off of what we know, I think that we've mentioned some high level athletes just now. So if we're talking about
let's talk about, like, the
the
average
average hooper, I think you have two options. I think you have to reclass at some point if things aren't materializing for you. That makes sense. So whether you reclass early in middle school, right? Like say redo eighth grade year and then go into public school. If you dominate, then you can maybe transfer it towards the end. Or you go through your high school career, kill or do the best you can, and then do that PG year. I think that's what you should do. There's the exceptions where people do a couple years and then transfer. I think it's tougher because then it's like you're putting a lot of pressure on the kid to do well because prep school ain't cheap. I'm telling you, I have to right now at South Kent, like I have to figure out how to be able to recruit kids and then work on the financial part as well because it's not everybody can get a full ride, which from my knowledge, South Kent doesn't give full rides. From my knowledge, I don't know, and I'm pretty sure you see all these other prep schools like Putnam has three or four teams, St. Thomas More has 3 or 4 teams. It seems like the lower level teams help fund the higher level teams to help them bring in some higher level talent. That's what it looks like. I'm just stuff that I'm learning that I'm in it now, so it's interesting to see that. But for the average player, I think that's the route to go. Try to do your best. I think you need to make sure you play on an AAU team that's, if you can't you're not good enough to make on a circuit, which is a lot of players, you have to find a team that either plays on the boys' side, like hoop group. On the girls' side, it would be.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you brought this up too. I was thinking about this. Sometimes, like, what AAU team should you pick as a regular kid? I feel like sometimes you gotta really look at your situation. Say you get an AAU team. Look at those tournaments y'all are going to. If you going to no live period tournaments, no chances for coaches to see you, is it even a point to play AAU? Not like a high level kid, like a normal level kid.
So you want to go with your man real quick?
I mean, I'm gonna touch on what we talked about a little bit before. Like, I don't want to confuse playing good and playing well. When we're talking about dominating, we're talking about like you are clearly like head and shoulders above not only your teammates but your peers in the league. That's when it's like, okay, like I've done all I can here. I need to move on. If you feel like you're doing okay, or if, like you can't be 6th, 7th man on your team, like, oh nah, like I gotta move up, like the comp ain't nothing over here. Like nah, like you have to be that in your own area, like
and that
in
doesn't
your own
mean
area.
that doesn't mean shoot 10
No,
for
it doesn't
32
mean that.
either.
It
Like,
doesn't mean that.
You should be like, say you only take 11 shots. Like, say you should be 7 for 11. I have 10 board. Even if you don't score that much, somebody needs to be in the crowd. Like, oh yeah, he's killed. Like, it's too
killing.
easy.
Or like he understands the game at a higher level than where he's at. I wanted to bring up the kid Troy. That's the name.
From
Road to D1.
Oh yeah.
I felt like he was in an area where he was like, I feel like I'm a little bit better than this. And I was watching a little bit. I felt like he was probably right. I'm a little better than this. He was supposed to go to Taft. Taft, I felt like would have been a good step up for him for that. He would have went, like you said, 6 a.m. workout, 11 o'clock shoot around, 12 practice. That would have benefited him, especially like his story, his brand, whatever. He decided to try to go OTE. That's not his level. If I'm being honest. I'm not knocking his game. That's not his level. Like Malik Thomas, Shauna Bav, TK, that's not his level. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the guys that's in that league. Established guys. That wasn't his path. He should have took the path that he was already on and said, okay, let me go over here. Let me try to get better at this level. And then if that level didn't work, okay, cool. You probably still had some buzz from what you were doing before. But to touch on the AAU thing, it's literally just a title. And you are trying to play on that circuit just to say you play on that circuit. You play on EYBL 8th grade team, but you don't get no minutes. You don't get no bucks. You don't get no notoriety. You just on that team. Why? For your friends? For your mom?
The gear.
For the gear? Shit, let me get some gear.
Yeah, you got a EYBL.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even playing
But like, nah, for real though, like, You're really just playing it for the title. I
Yeah.
promise you. Anderson Diaz. Anderson Diaz. You would say what? Top 3 guard in New York?
Yeah.
I saw him 8th grade playing for LPAC. Not a shoe team, not a circuit team. I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, this kid is tough. And I saw that. You don't think other people saw that? Fast forward now, he the hottest. He one of the hottest things in New York. You don't have to be on all these bunch of different teams just to. It's okay to just play where you're at and dominate where you're at. That's the difference. You have to play well wherever you're at. If you kill in hoop group, all right, maybe it's time to look up. But bro, if you averaging like 8 in hoop group, that's your level. Stay there. It's okay. It's
And
okay.
then you're gonna get more looks playing in that hoop group, averaging 8. Like,
because that's your
not,
level.
I know everyone want to go D1. If you start hooping, that's clearly what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Like for sure. But you're averaging 8 hoop group. Maybe you should talk to that D3 school that's looking at you. Maybe you should talk to that D2 school that's looking at you. Then you could just keep developing like that. But if you sitting and just clapping on the EYBL bench, unless some people they're cool with that. Like they don't it's okay. But if you really, all right, I want to hoop. I'm hooping. You should play that hoop group. Play that made hoop circuit. Like, I don't know if they still do I think it's just made now.
It's
Yeah,
made.
it's
It's just
all
made.
made.
So yeah, like.
But like like even in their live periods, like there's coaches there. Like the kid, a bunch of Lightning kids played like the hoop group circuit, and they get a bunch of offers. Like one, Shan just posted the other day, a kid he plays for Kentucky now. Went to Fairleigh Dickinson at first. Now he's on Kentucky. I forgot his name. Then another kid that plays for a school in New York. He's going to Sacred Heart. Like this kid Reggie, he actually goes to Newman.
Yep, Reggie. He's
Reggie started on the hoop group team. Like played good in hoop group. Played EYBL the next year. He's going to Fordham next year. It's okay to instead of making this jump from this to this. Like it's okay to all right. Let me
Gradually.
all right.
Yeah, they want to make the jump overnight.
Yeah.
And it make no sense, especially if you're not progressing in the level that you're at. How can you say I'm ready for that next level? That doesn't make sense. And as a coach, like I can't tell you no. If you want to come to this level, come to this level. But that doesn't mean I have to trust you to play at this level. Like I've seen what you did at the other level, and it wasn't enough. So now when you come to the higher level with bigger guards, faster guards, bigger big man, stronger big man.
The game is very different.
I can't then say like, oh yeah, he's ready for this. Because then when I throw you out there, you're gonna freeze up because you aren't ready for it. Now, are there the one-offs that say like, yo, like I'm ready for that, and then it takes a couple bumps, but they get there, of course. But like, we're telling you that it doesn't have to happen overnight. It can just be a gradual thing. You might never play EYBL. You can still get to college.
I think we're seeing that kind of from Parrish right now. So Parrish last year killed at Notre Dame. Athleticism stands out. Skill stands out. Played EYBL last year. He didn't really play that much for City Rocks. Like he played here and there. Yeah. He got some O's though. Like from clearly he jumps out the gym and he's a skilled player. He's 6'5". And then at Putnam, the games I see Putnam play, I don't know if they're still doing it later in the season. They playing 5 in, 5 out with 15 people. So 5. So it's not like he's playing 30 minutes a game, but he's getting those offers. He's getting better. He's reclassing. Like he's maybe has 6 offers right now with another EYBL year to still come. That's saying, all right, I dominated here. All right, let me go here. Right. Oh, I see. I was talking to him. He's like, we were at the Notre Dame game. Notre Dame lost on the buzzer. I'm like, yo, so now you see like what you should have been doing last year, right? He's like, yeah, bro. Like if I was out there right now, like I know there's like levels. Like we said it before, like it's levels to this. Like everything isn't that one thing you're playing. Like there's okay, what is this? Damn. Oh, he doing that? Damn.
Yeah.
Like it's
and
crazy.
Like if you took Paris now and put him back on
that's
that
what I'm
Notre
saying.
Dame
After
team,
his world opened up. You go play URBL, you go play prep school. Real. Like, I'm coming back to SEAC. Like
yeah, I don't
he'd
think
been like this is food.
Yeah, I don't think people realize like kids don't they see kids that have offers and stuff and they're like, oh well, he's all right, like I can hang with him, but they never experienced or witnessed what high level high school basketball is. Not even we're not even talking about college basketball yet.
Not even talking
High,
about college.
yeah, we're talking about high level. Like even going NEPSAC and EYBL, these are two different games. AAU is different from a prep school league or even just the Scholastic League. Like it's different. They're all different, and it's like players don't realize how much work, how hard it is, and then when you come back to where you came from and you see, you're like, damn, this wasn't that good of basketball. But like going back to what we were saying, like I think the issue with AAU is just it's become so obviously so money focused, and AAU has lost its respect and title. It's just like when you used to say AAU, you was like, oh, you're better than most.
Right.
Now it's AAU is so common, it doesn't.
Accessibility.
Yeah, it does. Everybody
have
can
an
do
AAU
it, so it's all inclusive.
I could be a junior in high school right now. I played no minutes at my high school. My high school was 0-20.
Yep.
I could go find a kid could have his mom go pay $5 for an AAU team, and he plays 3 tournaments at the local whatever gym, and that's
shouldn't be
that's
the
AAU.
case.
That's
Like,
AAU.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's the issue.
That
So
shouldn't
it's
be the
like
case.
so when I hear a parent, when I talk to them sometimes like training, I've had a couple conversations. I'm like, so what level is your kid on, or at? What would you say? You know, obviously I don't take it with a grain of salt, but I do because I don't know their background with understanding of basketball, but my son or daughter plays AAU. I'm like, oh, like that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me anymore
Yeah.
because it's like.
What does that mean?
Yeah, there's so many AAU teams that are just in it for the money, and it's just like just throw them out, like you said, in their local tournaments, and you don't see much.
The travel is so like when we was younger, I felt like if you traveled, yeah, your team was tough. Nowadays, they going so far for
Nothing.
and it's like the team's not even good. Like the team hasn't won a game in 4 tournaments, but they going to fucking
there was
Virginia, this, that.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
There was-
I barely left the East Coast.
There was a team up in upstate Connecticut. They bought that title, Adidas Gold or whatever. So they flew out to Cali. And like I don't know how many kids ended up in college. That was a 16U team or like got any looks, but like why? Just to say you did it?
I have no clue.
You know, you could have got more looks by going to a hoop group or on the girl side it's select events, which a lot of teams can go to, and they do a really good job. But I want to transition this into, we're talking about college too. I know you guys brought it up on was it D1 and D3. What was the? I wanted to bring that since we're talking AAU.
So
they're
it's
leaving
like
to college.
we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier with dominance and stuff like that, but
Right.
like, ooh, cut that. So like, what makes you deserve a scholarship? Why should a coach why should a coach go to your game and be like, you deserve, like, I'm offering you a full ride to our university? So what would that be? 60 bands a year or something like that.
Right.
So why do I deserve? Why should you get an offer, and what should you be doing to get that offer?
I think, like, it's weird because basketball is very, like, situational sometimes, and you see somebody, like, he may not be the best defender, he may not be the best rebounder, he may not be the best passer, but he's a really good shooter. And then you're like, I'm better than that kid. Like, I do this, and this, and this. But, like, he does that one thing very well, and he knows his role within that area. So they're willing to say, okay, like, this is what we pay you for. Like, pay. This is what we are recruiting you for. You have to do this. And we are comfortable with giving you this, knowing that you can do that. So you can't just be an okay player. Like, colleges are spending money on you. Colleges are spending money on you. Like, some local businesses might be giving you NIL. Like, you have to be a master at what you do in order to get to that next level. I don't think kids understand how impressive, how talented the D3 market is. Like, I Jordan was in the D3 circuit league. I used to go watch Jordan all the time. He had a kid in his league, in his conference, Eric Demers. That's one of the most gifted scorers I've seen live ever.
Bro.
He was averaging like 35.
He led the country in scoring. Like
The country.
D1, D2, D3.
Eric Demers.
He played G League for a little bit. Now he's overseas, I
He
think.
used to go hoop in those. I don't know if y'all know who Jordan Lawley is. Like, he used to go hoop in those pro runs. Like, and he's feeding bucket. Like, he played D3.
But the crazy thing about him, as good as he was D3, like you just kind of got to he realized, like, oh, so if he did say he moved up to a D1, he would have been sitting in the corner waiting for someone to pass him the ball, maybe averaging 8 points a game. Like, I don't think he would have averaged 30 points there. He got a chance to go eat. Like, kids don't understand. First, to get that offer, you need to be dominating high school. Like,
Right.
I'm like, let's be real. Like,
Killing high school. And
everybody on the D1 team.
Put a label on that, though, because, like, I think a lot of people are a little delusional, and I'm going to get to that a little bit later. But, like, what does dominating look like? You've seen a lot of basketball. I've seen a lot of basketball. He's seen a lot of basketball. Talk about what dominating actually is, because I think we've been saying it a lot. But
the positions clearly vary.
Right.
So you're a guard. You're a 6'1" point guard. So say if you play in Connecticut, you're probably a tall point guard there.
Yep.
So I'm a 6'1" point guard. Every single game, I need, like, the other team needs to be feeling you, like, damn, like, we can't stop him. He's dominating this game. Say if you are a smaller guard, I'm knocking down shots, or I can't have the ability to knock down shots.
Picking up 94.
I'm getting to the rim easy. I could guard. Like, that's just how you get the scholarship off rip. Like,
Right.
a coach needs to be in the gym. Like, oh, damn, he's clearly the best player on the court.
Yeah.
Like,
Or, like, every time I look up, I'm seeing something from him. Whether it was a
and
good
you could be a
pass, steal,
D3
whatever.
player and still doing that in
Oh, yeah.
college. Like, it's just like how are you going to help that team? Say you're a big, like you're 6'9" and 6'10", something like that. I'm getting every single rebound. No one's pushing me out the paint. No one's scoring on me. I'm blocking shots. Like, how could you help that team?
Bro.
Like, if you can't help the team, why would they offer you? There's so many.
6'5", like in the Connecticut area, 6'5" is tall for this. Like, if you're not grabbing every single rebound, and I know, like, once you move up, you'll have to adjust your game a little bit. But, like, if you're not grabbing every single rebound at 6'5" in a Connecticut CIAC, FCAC, whatever, bro,
I
stop.
say that's the biggest difference between, like, D1, D2, D3. Like, D1, D2, D3 is going to be great guards no matter what.
Yes.
Like, it's going to be good guards. D1, that guard might be like 6'3", 6'4",
They
6'5".
just get taller.
D2, he might be like he could be small. Like, there's small guards everywhere. Like, guards are
Right.
it's good guards everywhere.
Right.
Like, D3, I went against good guards that scored 2,000 points, 2,500 points. Like you could have maybe been on a D1 team, but do you want to go dominate somewhere, or do you want to go, oh, maybe I'm a fringe offer type of person? Like, it's just like it's all situational.
So, I want to break down real quick the pro player profiles from what I'm seeing, and it's crazy. Again, just seeing at the AAA level, just night in, night out. There's some really good players. Like, we just lost to St. Thomas More. They have this Japanese point guard, right?
He's tough.
No. Like,
I seen him at the prep showcase. He's tough.
He's like that. And
Yeah.
he's all of 5'7", 5'8". He's like nobody. He's probably the fastest guard in the knapsack. Like, no, hands down.
Faster than Keyshawn?
Yeah,
Nah, that kid is
Yo,
good,
I'm
bro.
telling-
I believe
I'm telling you. Like, I mean, him and Keyshawn are both fast, but like,
Right.
I haven't seen them play. I got to see the film, but like, like, he's seeing it. Like, they called a play, knowing they did their scouting report. Like, some of our guards have a hard time keeping in front. They ran a play. London. It was a horn set. London runs off. He hesitates, looks one way, bop, straight downhill, and then creates a play. Like, because he's just so fast. But what I'm trying to say, what I'm bringing that up, is just there's different profiles, right? As a guard, he only ended up with 4 points and 3 assists. But his impact of dictating the offense and getting players to their spots, that's what he was originally committed to Merrimack, who's killing in the MAC right now. But he decommitted. I don't know if he's got higher looks or whatever. But all I'm saying is, like as a point guard, you got to be able to dominate. He picked up 94 feet,
Yep.
right? And again, he didn't have to score a lot. He had an open jump shot, so we have to respect it. You go on it. Now he drives, penetrate, kick.
Exactly. Dominate doesn't mean score 30 every
Exactly.
time. Does not mean score 30.
You know, shooting guards, like, yeah, the shooting guard. Like, you got to be able to shoot, right? But the other thing is, like, the little things. Can you defend? Are you talking on defense? Are you over in help side? Like, these are things a lot of college coaches look at. You know, forwards, wings. You know, there's different profiles. There's a D3 and D kind of guy, right? There's a slasher who plays defense. There's a catch and shoot guy. And you got to be able to do multiple things. You got to be able to guard multiple positions, right? Centers, you know, forwards, like it's a lost art, like being able to bang down low, being able to rim run, boxing out every possession, being able to be a leader from the post. Like these are little things that a lot of players are not looking at. They don't study. They just see highlights of guys dunking. They see guys scoring, posterizing, punching shots into the stands, but they don't see the everyday play, like being able to, as a big man, walling up. You don't got to block every shot. You just got to be an impact person in the paint, make it hard for people to score at the rim. Like these are the little things. These are the profiles that the general public doesn't look at. Parents and players see highlights, but if you know basketball, you know what is important, what is like, what makes a player go, right? So just bringing up Ace Bailey the other night, 13 to 20. There's only one possession out of his 13 made field goals where he took 4 dribbles, and that was for, I think, a post up. Everything else was 0 dribble, jab, pull up, catch and shoot. 1 dribble pull up, 2 dribble pull up. Simple buckets.
Well, people don't equate stuff to things, but why do you think when you play serious ones, when you actually hoop and you play ones, you play 3 dribbles, 2 dribbles, something like that. If you playing ones and y'all just like playing 1-on-1 and you're taking 10 dribbles like that, like I don't know what's the point of that. In basketball, watch Bron, watch KD, watch Anthony Edwards, all them like catching on the wing. Even if you play like 5 seconds ones, I don't know if you ever did that.
I did
like you
5.
might get a few more dribbles, but you got to score in that little bit of time period because high school, the coach might not have taught the kids to help side, no backside help, not reading the scouting report, like whatever. But you start to go up in levels, they know exactly what you're gonna do, your tendencies, everything you do. There's somebody helping. There's gonna be someone helping on the backside. Oh, he can't shoot. Let's help off of him. Blah blah blah. Rotate. Like you gotta learn how to score in different ways. Like, but those highlights and stuff like that is cool. Like you could maybe that might get your eyes on you. But like when they start coming to watch you really play,
They're watching a real game.
then when they come and watch a real game, like you might look crazy if you out there dribbling 45 times. Like you do look crazy. Like you ever played? You play like high level pickup, like you used to have your runs. You play high level pickup. Sometimes you go to LA Fitness. All right, I could dribble 100 times. If someone in the pickup did that, everyone on the court would be like, "Yo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like you look crazy."
On both teams.
Yeah, on both to be like, "Oh, you look crazy, bro." Like you do like the 24-second shot clock. You're gonna dribble 15, 20 seconds out of the shot clock.
That don't make sense. That don't make sense. I think that's why it's so refreshing to go to games and see a player that understands it. Like, I'm going to give a shout out, right? Josh Charlotte. That's my little man's. I've been watching him since 4th grade. And he understands, and he has an older brother. He has a good family behind him. Like, he's a God-fearing kid. Like, he has a very good head on his shoulders. He understood early, yo, I'm not the best shooter, right? But one thing I can control, I could pick up 94 feet, and I could make sure nobody ever ripped me. I haven't seen him get ripped ever. I've been it's his sophomore year now, so almost 2 full seasons I haven't seen him get ripped yet. He controls everything that he can control. He's a great passer. He plays downhill. You know what I mean? Jordan talked to him a little bit about it. I've always been talking to him about getting in that mid-range. He's shooting the mid-range now.
That's the
that's the only thing he really needed.
Josh, I'm clipping this just for you, Josh. Like you, sophomore year, the way I saw him do the other day,
yes,
he looks great.
Yes.
But at that size, you got to be able to knock down the three.
The three
If you
ball.
want to,
And I told
that
him.
goes back to that separates you
The
from the
levels,
levels you want to
yes,
play.
yes.
You could be a great D3 guard. Maybe you just get in the paint. Maybe you shoot 30% or
Mm-hmm.
28%. Like that's not that good, but all right. Like they gotta. Like you might hit 4 threes a game.
Yeah.
You want to go? He definitely has dreams and aspirations. He's
Absolutely.
a sophomore, but he's so young, and I see him get better from freshman to sophomore year. So I'm not even tripping. Like, but I've said it to him. We've played pickup. I said, bro, if you want to play at the levels you want to play at, you need to be shooting 36% from three, 38% for three. Not even saying you need a
Chuck 'em. No.
pull up
The
like
open
just
ones.
the open ones.
Yes.
People need to focus on making open shots.
Yeah.
You could get your offers off for open shots. People think they're all KD, they're all Trey Young and all that. You focus on making your open shots, making layups. You're gonna have 17 points or something
And then
right there.
I told him too, because freshman year, I think it wasn't like nervous, but it was like, okay, like I'm captain of the ship. Like I'm
But
a point
he a
guard.
like you
I'm
14.
I'm a freshman,
Yeah.
and I'm playing varsity ball, and I got Parrish next to me. I got Cam next to me. I got, you know what I mean. So like he felt a little bit of, he won't say it, but he felt a little nervous. So like the shots I feel like weren't natural to him. So like when they were coming to him, he was passing them up, and I would tell him all the time. I said, bro, the only way your game's gonna open up is if you keep shooting those.
And you
Because-
get easy lays when you knock down threes.
Oh man, because
He's so
if you
fast
shoot
and
it, you don't have to make a miss. If you shoot it, the other coach has to say, "Yo, you have to get a hand up." And it's not even
Hit
it's
one
not,
or two, they gotta
That's
guard
what I'm
you.
saying. If you hit one or two, you don't even have. You could miss all three. You'd be like, "Yo, he's shooting those. We don't want to see those open shots." Because if you're shooting an open shot, one, you could get your own rebound. Two, if nobody's looking at you, it's like, okay, whoa, nobody even gonna check up. I could probably take a step in. They're gonna have to come up to you eventually, and then once they do that, nobody can stay in front of you. So I told him, I said, yo, don't never pass up no open shot. If it's open, pull it. Even if it's off of one pass, nobody's even in your. If nobody could touch you, bro, it should be up. It should be up. And I think he's taking
Especially
that
at that
transition
young
into
age,
his. Yes,
yeah.
he's taking that into his sophomore year, and it's making him better because he's realizing like, okay, like in the other areas I'm excelling. So if I could just do this a little bit better, it'll get me to do better. Like I went to go see them at Fairfield U, and the game before for the holiday tournament, the game before he had like 18. 18. Last year he was probably putting up like 12s, whatever. But he's putting up 18.
He's
now.
only a sophomore.
Only a sophomore. You see what I'm saying? So like if he could get those habits and those skills now, oh man, by the time he's a senior, can't even tell you the sky's the limit.
Right. And since we're on CT, I know you guys talked about crowds and the death of CT basketball. What are we talking about?
That holiday tournament, I couldn't believe it. Yo, when we was in school, it used to be alumni hall. I know you know,
Yeah.
Fairfield U. Alumni hall used to be packed out. Like I'm talking, you can't get up the old bleachers on the side. Like if you know, hopefully we put a picture in here or something. Like if you know the way the old alumni used to look, packed out. Like there's YouTube videos, all that. Like
How was that game you went to? Where'd you go? With Torre
at the
against
athletic center. What's that joint called?
Floyd Little.
Floyd Little.
Then they played Wilbercross. How was that packed or no?
I mean,
It's
more
huge,
packed.
right?
More packed. Yeah, that gym is a little weird because it's the one with the track around. If you ever in that Connecticut, New Haven area, it's the one with the track around. So it's a big gym, so it may feel like it's empty. I feel like it was a pretty good crowd. I just feel like the game wasn't a good game, and I say that to say like if we gonna pack this gym out, it should be two teams that's gonna fill the seats and it be like an exciting game that we want to see.
Only reason
that we
I'm
wanna
saying
do.
that is because at the end of the day, not everyone is like a crazy basketball head and all
absolutely.
that. So you kind of got the names and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen like clips and stuff of Abdul Torre, best player in Connecticut right now probably.
Right.
Him in London 1 and 2 whatever. I've seen clips like there's empty seats. It should be no empty seats.
Bro.
Y'all taking him for granted
Bro,
right
there's
now.
a 5-star in Connecticut,
Yo,
and you
like,
haven't seen him play yet.
they taking
You should
him
be
for
ashamed of
granted.
yourself.
Like when Staff was playing, like Every
Packed out.
game is sold out.
Packed
Tremont
out.
was in CT.
Packed out.
Every game was sold out.
Tremont.
Da-
Khalil, packed out.
Khalil
That's
Dukes.
like
But
that's
still
different.
though. But still
I'm
though.
just talking about like, bro, they not gonna be like who could.
Khalil Duke.
No, we know. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I'm
I'm trying to think
but
of like.
let's talk about it though,
No,
because
yeah.
we got a rich
I mean-
history
So
of
Donovan,
good players.
Donovan, it was COVID. I remember I had went to the
was
game.
still
It was
packed.
packed out. Like, why are they taking advantage of this? And like Donovan was a big too. Like I know he was going to UConn, but
Abdul was
Torrey-
jumping
he got
out the
he
gym.
got the UConn offer.
Abdul
Bro,
was
y'all
jumping
they need
out
to
the
be
gym, bro.
It should be no empty seat any game he playing, bro. Like they taking him for granted right now, and I don't like it.
But
I
then
don't
when
like
he
it.
leave,
When he
it's
leave,
this,
Connecticut.
Connecticut,
Yeah, bro.
Connecticut suck. They don't got nobody in Connecticut.
Yeah, bro.
You didn't appreciate him. He's here.
Bro.
He's here. He could have left. He could have left. I'm
Bro,
telling you, he
that's
could have
why
left.
I'll give so obviously I live in New York now. I'm from Connecticut. I'll give New York that, bro. They support they kid, even if it's like, oh y'all talking
Mm-hmm.
like they be on like the other day a game finished, bro. Shout out NYC Prospects, NYC Prospects, Real Scout, For the Kill. All these people in New York, they just genuinely love New York City basketball. They cover everything from the Catholic League, to public league. Like when I first moved to New York, it was straight. I was doing kind of just Catholic League because I didn't really know. Ian was my man's, Boogie was my man's. That's what I was seeing. This year I kind of opened more public league. I'm doing more stuff with Jada and Connor. But besides the point, it was like Eagle Bronx versus Monroe or something like that. Like just two public schools in New York. So they were these adults are talking crazy to each other on the live middle of the day. I guess Monroe lost or something. Bro, I joined the live. It's 250 people in the live, like just listening to people talk about the game and stuff like that. Like some people are like, oh, why y'all adults talking about kids? But nah, like I love that. Like they genuinely love basket. Like they genuinely care about like how much these kids win and stuff like that. Like they, at the end of the day, it's gonna be always love. It's just basketball. Yeah. But you genuinely are arguing about your school, like where you. I love that. Like, but like, I went to Notre Dame the other day. Like it was a good crowd, but it's like, damn, like
yo,
like
I think part of it is the student sections. Like I feel like kids, like their peers, aren't going to games. Like I probably seen maybe one good student section. It was New Canaan versus Ludlow. Ludlow had a really both of them had a good one, but like Ludlow's section was teeing up, and it was partially because they was putting belt. But it like I'm not feeling that crowd environment. Cause like parents and what's it called, they're always gonna show support, grandparents,
like
whatever.
maybe because it's like not
cool.
playoffs there or something.
But
I don't know.
yo, where's the school spirit? Like, don't get me wrong, your team ass, right? I get it. But if your team is okay, they're doing all right. Like, why aren't you going to the game? Like, what are you doing that you can't go show support? And I know basketball isn't king, but it's just weird to see how much it's falling off.
So yeah, I was gonna say like I don't know if it's just people are doing too much now or there's so much to do now outside of obviously, whatever. But like I'm thinking back St. Luke's in 2008, 2009 when I went there. We had a whole thing called 6 Man where kids would come. Almost the whole school would come to like, especially not every game, but the big games. They had the black shirts on. There was chants. And then like they would like celebrate. If we have a big win, one of the kids would throw a party and parents would run it, like be there and this was a small school. My graduating class was 69. Like there was like
1969.
Said my graduating class is 69. Chill out, bro.
Nah, hell yeah. Even like me playing in high school, like ours was called like Lancer Gang, but like just playing against the other schools, like they know your girlfriend name, they know
like they with it, like they know,
like
smoke,
bro. Prep, they had the bomb squad, like
they know everything
oh
about
my
you,
gosh, like yo, even I'm barely seeing cheerleaders, bro. Like, am I crazy? I don't know what's going on. It's weird to me.
Well, I saw a stat on Twitter the other day. Well, at least it's on. I think it's talking about more on the women's side, where basketball is kind of going downhill, which is crazy, right? And this is on the girl side of basketball, But I think it's because it's becoming so competitive where not all these, girls that are playing basketball want to pursue it going to college. But because there's a huge gap.
Yeah.
You're seeing it in Westchester. You're seeing it in Westchester, right? It's bad. Like, it's top heavy, and then the bottom is the bottom.
Yeah.
You have one or two players that are, there's a couple Division I girls. I mean, I trained this girl, Eva, Soph. Eva's going to St. Bonaventure. Soph's going to Sacred Heart.
Shout out number 3 on New Row going to Siena, I heard.
Oh, yeah.
Very tough. She had
Stella
like 30.
Zagoras.
Yeah. Shout out you.
But, like, they dominate. And then the rest is, like, it's a combination of not great coaching and, just not enough girls that truly care about the game. So what I'm saying, I think it could be a culture shift. Like, we could be going through a shift right now.
I don't like it.
But I don't, but like, it's so much more money in basketball now, though. So, like, I always see, like, I keep hearing, like, people keep saying, like, people keep always saying, like, yeah, like, even, like, on the NBA, like, I know we're talking about, like, lower level, but even, like, NBA, they be like, oh, like, not doing good, game's not good. Why are they signing these 10-year media deals with Amazon and everyone? Like, there's a lot of money in basketball, and a lot of people do watch it. So I'm just like,
I'm confused.
Maybe because you could see it like on your phone after the game or something like that.
I think that because we're so, again, I think it's a social media thing. It goes back to that where it's like
highlights driven.
I can just watch highlights. Like, I don't have to be there. I can just see, oh, I saw that play like on social media. Instead, there was value of being there, experiencing it. I don't think enough kids get to, like, I remember we beat Brunswick back my reclass junior year. We beat Brunswick, and we didn't beat Brunswick all throughout the 2000s. Brunswick ran the league in FA. We beat them. We had a kid storm the court. We had, like, our whole student section storm the court. When was the last time you seen a rivalry game where kids stormed the court?
Vanderbilt doing that right now.
Well, I
mean, that's college.
Yeah, that's
high
college.
school.
But that's funny because they got but they gotta pay $250K every time they beat beat Tennessee and Kentucky, maybe.
I think so.
One of those. They were both on, like, so was that last year? Remember the I don't know what game, Duke, when what's it called, had got hurt.
Who?
Fopowski.
Fopowski, and then also the Caitlin Clark thing.
Yeah, so they gotta pay. They had to pay. Storm that court.
Storm that. Yo, hey, if you're a booster and your alma mater beat they rival, pay that fine.
Pay that
Up the score,
bro.
man.
Let
pay
them,
that fine,
bro. Like, that's part of the experience,
bro.
Like, that's
ball.
That's basketball.
Yeah.
Like,
ball.
Like,
I mean, football they do it too, but it's like, bro, that's part of sports. Like, that's
that's part of sports.
Like, if you don't like it, win.
That is literally like
if you don't like it, win.
If you're ranked 3 in the country, we're unranked. Like, we storming the court, and that party about to be lit tonight.
We storming. We partying in your hood. We coming to your spots. Yeah, meet us out there.
Yeah.
What?
But no, I think that's and that's the sad thing with basketball right now, and I don't think it's just Connecticut. It might be just a countrywide thing where it's just
not in New York from what I see.
Okay, maybe not New York.
New York show
out.
But
that that's what I'm saying. The names like Connor and Jada, you think their games was packed. I ain't gonna lie from the jump. But but when you doing stuff like that, like, oh, he had 70, he had 50, he had this, he had that.
The gyms are a little small, but
I think they would pack out. They would
pack out.
Like watching playoffs and stuff come.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think they pack out regardless. But like, it's just no reason why we have certain like Torrey and
that's how I feel. Like
no
New
sense.
York had Ian, they had Boogie. Like Ian's games was dumb packed. Like, he was at Hayes and stuff like that. But I feel like Torrey he's that level. Like like you should. I feel like nobody even. Like, he's known, but I feel like he should be bigger than he is.
He's such. I mean, I've talked to him a couple of times. I think you guys have. He's such a humble kid. He works real hard. He works with Drew.
But that's also is a plus too when you could just stay out the limelight and get your work in. Like, you don't gotta worry about all like the extra stuff too. So
yeah, I think and I think he'll have a great AAU season.
He's five-star for sure.
Yeah, so he might be the next McDonald's All-American out of Connecticut.
He has a chance.
Man, speaking of that, right? The McDonald's All-American list came out, and we were looking at it a little bit, and I really was thinking, like, because, like, I'm still a little shaky on the rules, but I know like obviously you could be from somewhere, but then play somewhere else, and they're taking you from where you play at. But our last McDonald's All American was El Marco Jackson.
Technically,
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 you see what I'm
he's
saying?
from
So it's
Jersey.
like, right, he's from Jersey, but he
but
played in Connecticut. So it was just like, damn, like, what?
I don't think it has when they picking like the nominee list. That has something to do with it. But I think when they picking the players, it don't matter where you really from for real.
It don't, but like for me it do, cause it's like, dang, like, can we have a Connecticut kid?
Who was Donovan? One?
No,
Damn.
he was a nominee, but he wasn't.
But that goes into like the brands and stuff. Donovan didn't play no sneaker circuit or nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Donovan, and that was like COVID year too, so it's kind of weird. But I think if
they
Donovan
had
played,
canceled the two previous, and I think his was the first one that they were gonna play back. But it's just like you would love to see a kid from Connecticut. Like, we're from Connecticut, like, and we've had some talent that are.
I was about to say, who
good.
do you think would have been able to make it
This year?
No, like just in recent history. Only one Staff got snubbed for sure.
Yeah, Staff
got snubbed. I don't know what Tremont was ranked.
I think he did. I think
he was in
did
Jordan brand.
he did Jordan, but I don't think he did McDonald's. I mean, it would have been tough, but it would have been nice to see that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to think about the kids that would have actually had a chance to do
Donovan,
it.
I think should have went. I think.
But that's what I'm like. There's a lot of politics that go into picking McDonald's.
There definitely is.
Like I put up the post the other day. Circuit Hoops put out
That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm trying to.
They put out a list. They put out a list of all the
brands.
Yeah, the sneaker brands. 1 second.
Yeah, man. I mean,
they put out a list of all the sneaker brands. EYBL had 11 kids. Adidas had 9 kids. Puma had 3 kids. Under Armour had 1 kid.
And then on the girls' side, EYBL had 11. UA had 6. 3SSB had 4. And Select Events had 3.
Mm-hmm. So we're seeing that right there. Girls, you could go play in those like one-offs. Yep. I don't think on the boys, I don't think you have a chance.
No.
Only if you're you're Ace Bailey-esque. Like
right.
Ace Bailey played. He didn't play EYBL or nothing either.
I thought he was 3SSB, no?
Nah, he played so Sharif Cooper's that AOT.
Yeah.
So they were EYBL, but Ace's senior year, they didn't or Ace's that year he could have played EYBL.
Junior summer.
Yeah, they didn't have a sponsorship anymore, so he just played like regular AAU.
Yeah.
But you're Ace Bailey though, so
you know what I mean? Like you're already that.
Like
but it's crazy to think. So McDonald's is Adidas. For anybody that doesn't know. So, like, obviously they would want their Adidas guys to play in the league. But, like, you can't ignore Nike. And Nike on girls and boys side for this year is 22. 22 kids. Like, that's amazing. I think Adidas is 18. Would you had 9 on your side? 9 on my side? So, 18 and 22. And that's Nike and Adidas. Then you got to fend for the rest on the other circuits. So it's not impossible, but it definitely is good to see that like
goes into it.
Yeah, like there are some other, that could fill in the gaps or whatever. You asked me the question of who I thought could have made it. I'm gonna be biased, and I want to say Ayana, cause she got the nominee for McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
I felt like her numbers were obviously the league is different, whatever, blah blah blah. But
where'd she go?
She was at Windsor. She was averaging like 20.
Where's she going to school?
She's at Rhode Island right now. That's Adidas.
But like she's going to Rhode Island though. Like
I hear you.
Like you thinking about it. You thinking about it on the micro stage.
No,
you gotta think about it on the macro stage. Like there's girls going to Notre Dame, girls going to UConn, girls going to LSU, girls going to South Carolina. You are right. Like that's right. Clearly great ball, like D1 ball. And what was she ranked? Like
she wasn't in the top.
Like you're not making McDonald's or nothing. You're not top 35.
I think she should have been top 100 player.
That's what I'm saying. You're not even make like if you 25 to 35, you have a slim chance of getting there. So you really gotta be ranked for that type of stuff.
That shit is crazy because her numbers are very similar.
But it's always been like it's crazy.
It's always been like that.
It's crazy.
Unfortunately, I think that looking at it like you said, I think Adidas is coming back, right from those numbers. Like
They pumping, they giving a lot of deals early on in kids' careers too.
I think that's
So they did it. Adidas did it first. Like Adidas was
they
doing
did
it
it
first.
way back with Sebastian Telfair. I don't know if you guys seen
He
that
don't-
podcast.
he don't like-
he don't
he
like
don't like
Adidas.
them.
He mad at them.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
He don't like them. But I remember, what was this? Maybe last year when it was like Ian,
Yes.
Michael Brown, Carter Knox, all of them. They was like
Right before McDonald's, because when I went down to McDonald's, they had already had their deals.
I remember Ian. I was with Ian. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to be with Adidas, bro." I'm like, "Oh, that's tough, mad tough." But I don't think I don't know if they were the first ones to do it. But now, then Nike
They dropped.
Nike
Jersey,
had did
Ace,
before
Dylan.
that. So now they got all those college
Yeah.
athletes. But remember, they did DJ,
Yup.
Wagner, and Juju.
Yes.
And then now New Balance got Cooper
Cooper,
Flag.
yep.
And the other day when Caleb Wilson committed, he has on a New Balance jacket.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He
I didn't know.
he was on
TNT,
TNT, Shaq and them.
Yeah.
New Balance jacket zipped up before then.
I didn't see that. I didn't
Bro,
notice
like
that.
these brands are like, yeah,
reaching out
like
younger and
we're
younger.
getting you young, bro. Like go play at your Jordan school, like go
Yeah.
do your 1 year.
Locked
like
in for life.
yeah, we get like when you get to the league, like you literally have to scoop the kid up early.
But yeah, that's where it's like it's again, it's an investment. It's a big gamble. Like nothing's
Nothing's guaranteed.
guaranteed.
Yeah. Nothing's
you know?
guaranteed.
Like God forbid, I don't. Injury
you
happens.
could get
or
hurt the next
whatever.
day. Yeah.
But look at some of that kind of backfired was Darius Bazell.
Yeah, Darius Baisley. He did the
Baisley.
internship with New Balance.
New Balance. Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't work out. But that's for them. They learn. I feel bad. He was the test subject, but like again, like I love it for athletes, but again, it's just like they need to make sure. I mean, the athlete needs to make sure there's things in place just in case shit doesn't work out.
Just in case it doesn't work.
Yeah. So that's where I'm thinking like it's dope. It's dope to see for sure.
Right.
But like, what's stopping from like now Kyrie's with Anta? What's stopping Anta from doing the same
I
thing?
think they should.
Nothing.
I think
You know
they
what I'm
should.
saying? Like,
And I don't want to keep it like based off like race, but like they should reach out to like the younger guys that's coming up in the league, like the kid on Memphis or whatever, and be like, yo, we got you. Rock the Anta shoe. Like, go go to your local whatever. Like, go give out that Anta
Japanese,
shoe.
I think. Yeah, he's Japanese.
Yeah, what is it?
The 5'7" dude, Yuki.
Yuki.
Yuki,
Yeah,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, go into those areas that we don't know about and go give out the shoe. Like I was kind of surprised with Puma when they gave Scoot a shoe, because I'm like, for me, obviously, like we grew up, it was like you had to earn to get that shoe.
Yeah.
Like you didn't really just get the shoe
But,
right away.
But like, so
Right.
it's different when you Nike, when you Adidas
Right.
and stuff like that. Like,
Right.
all right, you need to be a star in the league. Puma, New Balance, all of them
They
is
can
like,
give
all
you
right,
a
we
sh-
trying to
Yeah,
get on right
we're
now.
trying to get on
We
right
should-
now.
Like Nike is kind of like hitting singles, hitting doubles.
Yeah.
Puma,
They try to hit home
Puma-
runs.
They just
They try to hit home runs
try
right
to-
out the gate, and I think I
Reebok,
like that.
Reebok,
though.
Reebok just
with
signed a couple.
Angel Reese,
Right.
and then they just is it Chris Sanaa or Nate Ament? One of them.
I think it was Nate.
Nate
I
Ament.
feel like it's Nate.
All
I
right,
feel like
yeah,
it's
one
Nate.
of them got the Reebok. Like they, I bet. Like we getting you early. If it don't work out,
But-
chalk up my loss
You
or
know what I'm saying?
something.
And I
But
feel the legacies too, like Arena's son or like the Bulls, like if they were Reebok or they were Under Armour even once back in the day, you should reach out early. Like, yo, your dad.
what's it
used to
called?
rock-
Big.
Your
It's
dad
Big
used to rock
Adidas.
these.
Elijah Arenas.
Oh yeah,
Big
no, yeah,
Adidas.
Big Adidas.
He's been-
no,
he's
but that's
been
what I'm saying.
through
Played
they doing
Adidas
it right.
circuit.
And
Like,
then
I'm
now
saying-
he's commit.
he going to USC, but like that's just
that's
just like
just-
that's
just-
business is business.
Right.
Like
No, but Musselman coached Gilbert at Golden State, right, for 2 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm saying like brand like
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
USC
yeah.
is
That's-
Nike.
but
Like
I'm
Yeah.
talking like even the kids like
Yeah.
young, like 8th grade. Like Dampierre's kid, I think is a freshman. Will Convoy's son's in 8th grade. Who else? JJ Crawford. Like reach out to these guys early. Lock them in
that's
early.
dumb early.
No,
That's-
but I'm
that's
saying like
tough.
in a year they're in high school.
It's tough.
I think you really start getting your deals like junior,
But I'm saying like
senior
the
year.
open line of communication.
You
like,
don't
hey,
think they're
hey,
communicating with them?
Yeah, they talking to
That
pops.
they're
They talking
doing
to
it, bro.
Pops. Yeah, they talking to pops.
They're doing it.
Just like I don't know. I haven't seen them play the Ratliff twins. Right. I'm not saying they're great. They got a lot of work to do.
They have so much potential.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
like pops. They definitely somebody's talking to pops about shit. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You got twin 7-footers. Like
I'm just saying when
NBA scouts is in those
shoes.
places, bro. Like NBA scouts have been at like at Made Hoop Classic and stuff like that. Like there's NBA scouts seeing these sophomores, freshmen, and stuff like that. Like they want to see their investment, millions of dollars, bro.
I know. So for McDonald's, you think there was anybody that was snubbed, should have been on there, or anything like that? Or you think the list is
Only people I think that could have been on it maybe is Kyan, Jasper Johnson, and a Caden Lewis.
Yeah.
Those are the three that I could have seen on it. But besides that, like I kind of get it. I actually seen something they were talking about like a few years ago. It was kind of more like a lot of like social media hoopers and stuff.
Right.
Not social media hoopers, but guys with big followings
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And maybe they didn't really amount. I think they might be trying to adjust like, all right, like some of these people in the NBA didn't even make McDonald's or make these All-Star games, but they're successful in the league. Like they had the long route. Right. So I think it's definitely like I would hate to be on that committee to pick that. But
oh man,
yeah, I think I mean I'm not too familiar. Like I'm aware of the list. I was just looking on my phone trying to see snubs and stuff, but like. At the end of the day, like it's a complete honor to be at the McDonald's All-American game. But if you go down the list of all the McDonald's All-American games, you'll see how many actually have flourished at the next level, just at the next level, not even NBA, at the college level, and then not mind you also the NBA level. It's not a lot of success, not too much success.
Everyone can't make it.
Everybody can't, and I think that's what kids, it's again. I'm not trying to diminish anybody's goals and dreams. Like that video that Lightning just posted that with Malik, Amari, and
when they were in 8th.
Yeah, was it Amari or Mir?
Amari, Mir, and Leak.
Yeah. Like they all spoke their thing into existence, which is amazing. And that's just a testament to their work ethic. Having the right people around
you. Shout out Jared.
Yeah, and making it happen, right? And I think that to be in McDonald's All-American, it takes that, but it's also not the end-all be-all. Like, I love Amari's game. Like, I love how he plays the game.
Amari gonna find a way to be on the court no matter what, bro. Like somebody like that. But even like stars like Ja, Steph Curry, Dame, like if you go back to their junior year in high school, no one was like, "Oh yeah, these kids are gonna be the max contract players or stuff." Like you never know. Like this, like
C.J. McCollum.
If you're not eating, like say you're not a big name in high school right now or something, like don't even trip. Like say you are a D1 kid, like you got the Seger Hearts, you got Fairfield, you got stuff like that. Like if you really like that, especially now, it's gonna show. Every game, I don't know if you guys ever see like this page on Instagram, so it's like college basketball mixtapes or something like that.
Yeah.
They post like the most random schools I ever
posted. AP, they used to play at Xavier D2. He's playing D2.
Bro, literally,
I just posted him.
I just reached out to their coach.
Bro,
too.
it's just the most. It's like the most random stuff. Then like they get hits on their page, and it's like, oh, all right, like that's when you utilize the portal, maybe. Like, all right, I can move up. But I actually have a question. It kind of is regarding the portal, and I was talking to my old Putnam coach. He coaches at BU. So you think nowadays is gone, like, how I phrase this? So Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Ja Morant. Dame did, I want to say 4 years at Weber State. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Dame did 4 years. Steph did 3 years. Yep. Ja did 2 years. Yeah. Say if Curry dominated his freshman year, they had the transfer portal. He transfers to a way bigger school. Do we still know Curry as we do today, you think?
No. Right? I think everybody goes through what they need to go through to get to where they are. Like look, the example of what you're talking about is his brother. His brother Seth killed at Liberty, transferred up to Duke, Still played well, but it wasn't what he was doing, averaging 27 at Liberty, going down to like 13 points, whatever
Because
it was.
that confidence you get in that, like, they allow Steph to just be him at Davidson. Like, he going to kill these Giants in the tournament. Like, Ja is killing these. What was that, Alabama that time?
whatever it
Oh,
was.
my God, Ja was killing. Like, Damian Lillard, I think he was hurt his junior year or something like
Yeah,
that.
he
So
was
imagine his sophomore year, he killed. Junior year, he got hurt, but he had transferred somewhere. We might not even know Dame for real, like, because then they're like, oh, yeah, we getting our new batch. We getting our new 5 stars every year.
It's crazy because like I almost like fate. Like for me, I almost feel like nah, they was cut from that cloth. Like they was gonna do it regardless.
Yeah,
But like at the
that's
same
what I'm saying,
time,
you don't
I
know,
think I
though.
think I do agree where it's like, yeah, he would have felt
We don't
constricted.
know.
Like okay, Devin Booker, I don't think scored more than like 20 points
And
in
Kentucky.
college.
He came off
in
the bench,
college.
right?
Came,
Yeah, he
yeah,
came
he
off
was
the
a
bench.
sixth man.
Devin Booker is that.
I think
so
he's
it's
the
like
best out of
I
his.
think you,
his
if
group
you
there.
just cut from that cloth, you cut from that
Yeah.
cloth. So like I want to say yeah, because like I think Curry would have went there. Like let's say he probably would have went to like Duke, right?
Mm-hmm.
He would have went to Duke. Probably would have averaged like 12, 13. But they would have saw that he was like a premier shooter, right? And let's say that everything else panned out the same way. He's hurt the first couple of years, blah blah blah. They don't know, but then he say, yo, like nah, I really could do that, and then he
Yeah.
explode versus New York. I think it's the same pass. So I'm gonna go on the side of the yes, because like
Yeah.
certain players are really it don't matter if you throw them. They the best player on a okay team, or they the worst player on a really good team. Like I think just when you cut from that cloth and you're built out of that, you can find a way.
So a kid nowadays, you think, say I go to Merrimack or something like that.
Right.
I go average
Jack
25.
Warner's killing, too.
I go average 25 my freshman year. I should automatically just move up. Like
No,
I should-
no.
Yeah,
I think
I say yeah.
but that's what you.
I'm saying I think it would have been the same regardless, but I'm not saying that that's what he should do.
Yeah.
Like I think Eric Ackler, the one that was at LIU, I think he should stay the extra year.
Wait, where did he transfer to?
LaSalle.
You see what I'm saying? And it's just like for me, it was just like, damn, like I really think you should have
They're
stayed.
killing.
That's
it.
what I'm saying, like,
they're
he
killing
was-
right now.
yeah,
No,
that's-
he was killing, but they're in they're first place in NEC right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. For me, it was just like, damn, like bro,
If
like
he
you
waited
were-
That's
one
what I'm
more
s-
year.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like those small school killers aren't there. No, like they're
Yo.
there that 1 year. They're like, oh yeah, I'm out of
I'm
here.
outta here.
But like you could say you stay like
build 2 years. Like you,
Yo,
I think you need a 2-year resume.
Like
like
Bub,
you said.
Bub Carrington, right? We saw Bub in high school, and then we saw him.
But
go
he
to
was at Pitt, though,
No,
like-
no. I hear you. And he was at Pitt, right? He could have been like, what's it called? I'm gonna come back another year, cool. But it's like he saw that, like, yo, they actually want me to go to the league. If you're Eric, you're at LIU. Like, if nobody's calling for the league, I don't understand why you
I
can't
feel like that
just
same level, yeah.
build on what you already did. Like, it's steps.
'Cause
It's
the-
a building
the
block.
other-
build on that.
The other kid from Connecticut's on it. LaSalle.
I was about to say
Corey's there.
McKeithen.
McKeithen's there.
Yeah.
He was hooping. He hooped a couple times.
And it's just like, you know what I mean? Hey, and listen, I know he not going to say it. I'm going to say it. Gavin should have stayed at Rutgers. There. He should have stayed at Rutgers. I think if you built on the season that you were already having and then been able to stand next to 2 NBA talents, I think the eyes would have been all over you, and I think it would have been a best fit. Listen, I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know if coach here,
it's a
coach
lot
here,
of-
whatever.
it's a lot of
I
other-
understand
yeah.
that.
He
But
could have
from
been.
my-
They
from
could have
my-
told him to leave.
From
like-
me,
that's
from
the
my
only-
perspective, I think he should have been still over there.
They might have
because
that's not. I don't. I think.
I don't think so, though.
It's.
I don't think
Bro,
so, though.
coaches sometimes come in, bro.
I know,
But
no,
but
no,
he's
yeah.
been there. He's been there. The coach has been there. Pico's been there.
I know. I'm saying coaches sometimes
Come in
that
and be like, yo,
season
everybody go.
ends. You got the exit interview. I don't. This
I
is
hear
gonna
that.
be this is gonna be your role next year. We got Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper coming in. Like you never like you. Not,
feel
that's
like-
what I'm saying. We don't know.
Is that you uncomfortable with it, or is that coach telling you to get out? Because
Coaches be
That's-
indirectly saying get out.
Yeah,
like,
that's
leave.
But
that's
like,
what
but like,
people-
are you? Do you have tough skin? Or are you willing? Like, listen, like you said, coach could jerk me. He could really fuck me up. But am I really to say like, nah, coach, you wrong, bro?
Nah, that
I'm
tough
gonna
skin
say-
stuff out the window nowadays. Like
yeah.
they yell at you, the kids is leaving.
Oh man, bro, that
I
shit don't
think-
make no sense to me, bro.
I agree with you. Where play style wise, I think it would have worked out.
Yeah.
But again,
Or maybe Wisconsin was like, we're gonna give you X
A
amount.
bag,
Like,
right?
in Nebraska.
See, but then that's the combo we had last time about
here's the
bag or
thing.
not.
I think he's also developing there under a former NBA coach as well. So in the large scheme of things, maybe he's had those conversations. He also got hurt this summer.
Yeah.
I read over in the article so that kind of probably pushed him back.
it'd be a setback.
You know, that's what
I'm
happened.
saying. There's so many other factors.
That's what happened to Jacob
Right.
at Iona. He
But,
got
like,
hurt
why
this
not-
summer.
Why not build where they already know you? Because like if you're hurt, right?
He was already leaving.
No, he was hurt. He was hurt at Nebraska. He got hurt over the summer.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was at school.
Yeah,
Like, he
okay,
was
okay.
I thought you
like,
said,
Yeah, I'm
like,
saying
before he left.
I think going into it, I think there might have been maybe there was a bigger chance for him to have a big start off with a role. But then that injury, you're out for a month.
Right.
That's a lot of time for coaches
Yeah,
to make
somebody else,
especially in the
better.
summer, you playing every day,
But again,
3 times a day.
That's what happened with.
Yeah.
I think again,
Yeah.
me with
No, I hear you.
talking
I
about
mean,
Jacob.
you talk about another CT kid, Max. Max was at K State. He got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And when that new coach came in, everybody get out. Everybody go. Like
That's
I got my
true, too.
team I'm trying to build. Like and obviously Max could have stayed if he wanted to. He decided to make that switch, that transition. But like it's just like coaches do come in and change the culture.
Yeah,
but I don't from what I saw and what type of kid he is, I couldn't see a coach asking him to leave. That's me though.
Again,
That's me though.
I agree with you because it's just like if you really know the kid, if you really have his
And if
back,
you're watching what's coming in, you
Yeah.
got a ball dominant guard who loves to pass. You got a ace in the hole, no pun intended, that can literally do anything. And then you got a tall shooter.
But that's also like saying the big Cliff shouldn't have left, but now he's at Alabama. Like,
nah, he should have left.
but that's
That's me.
But that's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
No, but listen to what I'm
listen.
saying though.
No,
like
I hear you.
Gavin just like he's not like it didn't work out right now. Like
Yeah.
whatever. What is he, a sophomore?
sophomore,
Yeah,
yeah, he's
whatever.
fine.
Like he'll be fine.
Yeah.
But say that's like saying, oh, Cliff should have stayed. He's playing with Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey. But nah, I'm at Bama, bro. Like
Right.
But
should have came to North Carolina though. Should have came to North Carolina, bro.
The reason why I think Bama's a better fit for him was the year we went to a couple of Gavin's games. They were trying to play
looked
through
bad,
him,
bro.
and that's not his
that's not his
body.
role, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like
we was
as a-
watching
as a-
Cliff
as a-
take 13 shots a game, bro.
As-
They was
as-
feeding it down to that's
Like,
not.
as
But he
a-
would
as
have.
a coach.
The role would have changed this
no,
year.
the role definitely
it
would
would
have
have changed, but
I
then it's
think-
like
I think
why not just have that in place in the first place?
yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying? Yeah, that's where
That
and
one I
that's
think is more
So
play style.
that's a good segue though, because he went to SEC.
Oh man, bro. SEC is no longer football kingdom, man. It's
Literally, they didn't do that good in football this year, right?
Basketball
Yeah.
up, bro.
It was Big 10, Big 12.
Bro,
Uh-huh.
basketball up. SEC. I'm sorry. I know y'all fans down there. Y'all love football. It's basketball time, bro. SEC has been bugging.
SEC like that. Like those teams, when the tournament come around, they battle tested, bro. Like game in, game out. 1 verse 6, 1 verse 8, 2 verse or whatever, 4 verse 14. Like every single game in the SEC, like is tough. Like
Bro.
even like the team like Arkansas isn't doing that good. Like you can't sleep when you play Arkansas. Like
Yeah, nah.
You got to have your
I'm trying to pull
Yo,
up the
the standards, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
let's see.
Yo, it's so funny because like I think and I think everybody else sees it too. Obviously, AP voted it. Auburn's the best team in college basketball right now.
yeah, for sure.
I like they have,
so
and I
deep.
also think they have the best player in college basketball right now.
I think so,
and
too.
John I. Broom. We talked about him before, but it's just like
I think he's the best player in college basketball.
I think so too.
Cooper Flag, best prospect.
Right.
He's the best player right now, though.
And yo, the SEC just like the teams is tough. They're big. They're running. They're shooting. Like the basketball that's coming out of there right now is like amazing. And then obviously we have a little bit of bias. We know players on the teams and stuff like that. Like it's cool, but like I really love. So we got Auburn at 7-0, Alabama at 7-1, Florida at 5-2, Missouri at 5-2, Ole Miss at 5-3. Texas A&M at 5-3, Vanderbilt 4-3, Kentucky 4-3, Tennessee at 4-4, Mississippi State at 4-4, Georgia at 3-5, Texas at 3-5, Oklahoma at 2-5, Arkansas 1-6, LSU 1-6, South Carolina 0-8.
bro. And
Like those teams, like I could name
I was
you.
about to say, isn't like 7 or 8 of them ranked?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
And those are just their records within the conference.
yeah.
Yo,
They
like,
battle tested, bro. I'm
but like
telling you.
overall, like these are 17, 16 win teams. Mississippi State, they got a kid on there, Josh Hubbard.
Ooh, he
Bugging.
had like 38 the other night.
Yeah, yo, I seen him when I went to the Iverson Classic and he won the like, so they do like two games. They do like a 24K Classic and then they do like the actual game. He won that first game, like the All-Star game, to get to the next one. And I thought that shit was like, I was like, nah, he's gonna be tough. I've been keeping up with him ever since, bro.
Yeah,
He's a dog. Like they're comparing to him like a Carson Edwards. Like when
I'm
he
about
was
to say
at
he's small
Purdue.
guard.
Oh my God, he's hooping. And then Texas A&M, they got the kid Solomon. Like he's good. Ole Miss, Juju, like Missouri, Florida, like these are all really good teams that have like 16, 17 wins. But within their conference, they're battling every single night.
Yeah, I think that it's just where basketball is right now. It's like it used to be ACC. Before that it was Big East. Like I was more of a Big East fan than ACC.
Of course.
But it just shows how much talent there is.
Yeah.
And again, it's like with these SEC schools, they have a lot. I'm not saying it's not
They
just
got a
the
lot of
basketball.
financial backing.
There it is, right? From football too.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
part of the football,
Right.
right? If you bring in so much money, now the school has a lot more money, like a pool of money to be able to pay the athletes. If you don't know, SEC also is great at all these other sports as well, baseball, gymnastics, like
Vanderbilt's usually like up there in baseball.
like
every
it's
year.
insane. It's insane, right? So again, now you really SEC, you have the pick of the litter from
Yes.
if you want the transfer portal and even high school kids now.
Yeah,
I
and
get-
and I think we touched on that last time where like you don't gotta go to the Blue Bloods no more. Like you can go to a football school and go kill like Jeremiah Fears. He's at Oklahoma. Like I said, they were 2-6 in the conference.
Reclassed up to go there too.
You see what I'm saying? Like they're
Os-
2-6 in the
Os-
conference,
Georgia,
but
Asa Newell.
they're 15-5 overall.
Yo,
So
they
like,
were.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Like in their conference, because it's so good and it's so spread out. There's so many good teams. But like they're 15-5. Like they're winning games. Tennessee. You talk about Zakai all the time. Like
Zakai is tough.
that. You know what I mean? That team is really good, but they're 4-4 in their conference. ACC only got one ranked team.
The Duke.
They only one ranked team. Like think about the tradition and the
ACC
history of the ACC,
used
and
to
they only
be
have one
5,
ranked team,
6
bro.
teams ranked
Yeah,
at this
it's
point.
a little
You
down.
seeing?
Yeah,
I think we're
ACC.
seeing the switch over from what we was talking about last time. Just like yo, they spreading out.
I mean,
like I could go
ACC
wherever.
ACC schools football is not that great. Like Boston College was probably the best team in that league.
Probably.
Football.
Yeah. Tripping. Florida State.
Florida State, they weren't good last year,
But I'm
they
saying,
usually-
like, usually.
so they like North Carolina just got Belichick. Like,
Right. I think
so
it
maybe
was.
they're doing
I think
trade.
I think UNC and BC because they played in that bowl game at Fenway.
Okay.
So they're probably the
Yeah.
two better teams in that.
So
in that
again,
conference.
like, you're
what's it called? What's it called? Is historically pretty good. Clemson.
oh yeah, Clemson.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But again, like, it hasn't led to any
Yeah.
success basketball wise. Like normally, like you get basketball kids because it's the ACC, but now it's like
Nah,
the
yeah.
SEC
But that made me think about. Did you see what Rick Pitino said?
about
The kid
Kentucky.
Kadari Richmond. So he's like, yeah, like love having Kadari at St. John's and stuff like that. But if Seton Hall had the money, he wouldn't be here. Like he would still be at Seton Hall. Like that was his school. Like, but they had the money for him to go to St. John's. Like Seton Hall looked bad this year, but they keep saying they don't have any financial backing. Like, so it's kind of like a business that like they don't like. This mega corporation is got all this money to pump it behind us, but this small business, we can't really fund to like keep up with them. Like
And
what
it's
happens?
crazy
Like
'cause St. John's doesn't have football.
St. John does not have football.
So you would think like, oh, a school with a football team, like you know what I mean, like you get that, but like
but you,
you know, Big
you
East,
gotta-
Big
you
East
gotta-
is they're in the Big East. I'm tripping.
Mhm.
Big East is still solid basketball. Look at Marquette.
UConn's
UConn's ranked.
Providence
Providence
is
doing
still-
good.
they're solid.
Even Villanova on any given night gonna give you a good run.
bro, I love that ever like the tournament you never know who's gonna win.
Never.
Like you it was always like that, but now it's like
It's
I think
really
it's
like
so
that.
spread out
yeah,
now.
super
like
spread
the
out.
matchup, like once that bracket comes out and you're seeing who's playing who, it's gonna be like, damn,
But even
they
now,
gotta play them first round.
But here's the thing, yeah, like you said, now you got mid majors and low majors. You got guys like shit. Like this is my opportunity. Like if we win, I'm about to get paid.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
So like, but we gotta win first. Like I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like I really think the tournament's gonna be crazy.
Tournament's gonna be
I
crazy.
even like
That's where stars are made too in the tournament.
The AAC,
AAC,
that's South Florida and them, right?
Memphis, yep.
South Florida, Memphis. The kid, the kid on Memphis, so tough.
The point guard.
Yes,
The
the one that he transferred up, right?
I think so.
Oh man, but like yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for March Madness this year. I can't lie because I think depending on I'm like yo, I don't know, man. It's gonna be some upsets. Like there's
Nah, yeah,
for
for
sure
sure.
because like like you said, talent's being spread out. Like talent's being spread out. Like more kids are being okay with like being like the small school hero or whatever the case may be. So
Yeah, because I think feel like
that's important.
before you go to the small school, you might start there, then transfer. You had to sit out a year, and then you could play. But now it's like, oh, all right, bet. Like say
just go kill.
I go high major, I don't play. Let me go down real quick. If you are like that, let me eat. Oh, I'm right back here the next year. Like that's where I think the portal like works. Like we seen a lot of examples where it's like kids like the shit out of luck, but like sometimes like that it's working in people's favor.
I think my boy Jesus. I can't remember. I think he was gonna go to the portal and then he came back. They took him back. So it really, yeah, like you said, it really depends on situation. And
like with everything, right? Like when it works well, like this is the reason why it's here. But like when people like are abusing it, you're like, this is why people don't like it. You know what I mean? Because like you putting a bad name on it. But like the portal is there for like kids in that opportunity, like where a coach comes in and is like, hey, bro, like we're not running this system no more. Like okay, like I gotta go somewhere that's best for me, or like hey, like I was at this level, I'm not too sure. I think I need to move down. You know, like that's like the benefits of it.
Yeah.
But like we talked about the ACC and Duke being the only ranked team. We got to talk about Cooper Flag, bro.
Yeah.
We have to talk about Cooper Flag and his emergence. And I talk about it a lot because being in the space I'm in, you know, like number one picks and stuff like that, like we talk about the players who should be number one. And right now, Cooper Flag, regardless of what anybody says, regardless of what team, it's looking like he's going to be the consensus number one pick. And a lot of people are confused because he doesn't look like the traditional number one pick. And I was talking to Jordan, and I was just like, if you close your eyes and you list off everything that Cooper Flag's good at, he doesn't sound like a generational player. Like, think about it. High motor, could switch 1 through 5, is good body type, capable shooter but not a knockdown shooter, and then like
Block shots.
His handles okay, but it's not the best. Like if you close your eyes, like that doesn't sound like a number one pick.
But you open them eyes.
You open your eyes and you look at him, and you're like, whoa.
But this goes back to our point where we just talked about the high school kids. It's his impact.
His impact
is you can't measure it.
It's
He
immeasurable.
does everything. If they say, "Yo, Coop, no shooting today. I need you to guard." He gonna do. In EYBL, there was that one game versus I think it was versus Lightning, right? Where he had like 12 or something like that. But he had like 12, 11, and 6.
Hit a buzzer to go to OT.
Yo, Cooper Flag is whatever you need him to be, and that's why he's the number. Like he's almost like the ultimate glue guy. Like there's glue guys. There's
glue guy final boss.
Yeah, glue guy Hall of Famer. Like you know what I mean? Like yo, he does anything you want him to do, and I feel like he lives for that moment, and like he's built for that moment. Like I know this is just park ball, right? But Slam Summer Classic, the game is tied up. They call a timeout. Everybody in the fucking court knew. They knew ball's going to Cooper. And what did he do? He performed. Like that to me is like, but he wanted to.
Right.
Like he wanted to. And then they go into the overtime of that game, buzzer sound off, they won the game already. What he go down to do? East Bay. Like he's a showman. Like he understands the crowd, he understands the team, he understands what everybody needs in the arena and on his team. Even the other day, Con Canepo passed up a shot. He said, "Bro, shoot. Come on, bro. Like we need you shoot." Like you can't measure.
Yeah,
that.
I think the
can't measure
biggest
that.
thing I've seen from Coop. So beginning of the year, I probably would have been like, one is a toss up like between him, Ace, and Dylan. I was thinking he going one, but I feel like it was more of a toss up. What makes Coop the most solid one to me this year is he's just proven to be an alpha. Like he's out there. It's not like I felt like sometimes he might have been like, oh, I'm that glue guy final boss. I do that, but like, oh, maybe in the end I might like defer or something. Like when I watch Duke, they'll have like a close game throughout. It'll get to like 7 minutes, 5 minutes, where it's like winning time. He just completely takes over the game, bro. Like goes and gets that bucket, goes and gets that stop. He's like just doing alpha things, and I feel like that is what's separating him right now. And also like the way he's developed offensively, clearly you could tell he's like someone that likes to get better. Like I feel like before he was like bigger than a lot of people, clearly freak athlete, but like just his jab, one dribble pull up, like jab, see the defense. Oh, you're smaller than me. I'm gonna shoot over you. Like, my floater in the lane. Like I'm playing off of two. Like these are like little skills that's
and
like
he knocking down the open ones.
yeah, like in what is he 6'10" or something like that?
He's
6'8".
6'8".
I think he's probably like 6'9".
6'8", 6'9", but like still that's huge. Like he's gonna play. He could guard 1 through 5. Like
So, quick question: would it safe to say outside of that, right? He has a pretty complete game. I'm not trying to compare him to this person, but would you say he's got a lot of the same intangibles as LeBron James?
No. I don't think he's.
I don't see like the I don't.
Yeah, the ball
like
handler.
he's mad
Not the
good,
hand,
naturally
not
good,
both.
but I don't see like the like looseness of Braun to him. Like clearly he's dumb tough. Like clearly he's
more
mad.
rigid. He's more rigid.
Well,
I
yeah.
think.
Well, I'm saying the intangible. I would even say I wasn't saying like I'm talking about you saying he's an alpha.
Yeah, but like
You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
like
seeing the game, understanding the game, picking up people.
I would-
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying like, but the IQ aspect, understanding things, like being able to pick people up, like that's a leader.
Yeah.
That you don't have. It's
Yeah.
almost a generational leader.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not
Right.
again. I'm not
Like he's
comparing
clearly
the game.
the leader of that Duke team. Like he's proven like I'm the like let's.
But you don't
I
find
see what you're
you
saying.
don't find that.
I think Braun might be more like
I would say
braggadocious about it, and only in the sense of like he's the leader. Like I think the outside in you can't
But
tell.
coming in,
Cooper
I'm
is the
saying
leader.
coming into the league at the
Nope.
time back in 2003, which is a long time ago. But like you know what I'm saying? Like I think thinking back on the media press back then, it was like, oh, he's the chosen one, whatever, da da da. He handled it very well, right? And then
Okay.
he came in and he backed it up. I'm not saying I don't
Right,
know
I know,
what we'd
okay,
expect,
I
but
see
you know,
what you're
but I'm
saying.
just trying to draw the comparisons of Cooper Flagg's been that guy since 8th grade.
Right.
Him and AJ, obviously. AJ's going to be the next one we're going to talk. Well, we're not going to talk about in this podcast, but just he's another one with the alpha mindset.
Right.
Like that's hard to find in
two
today's
totally
day and age.
different players too. Yeah.
You know what? I see what you're saying, and I think I do agree because like we talked about last time, to shine at a place like Montverde, where everybody is a star in their own right,
He didn't
shows what type of player, and then to go to Duke and then shine
be the same guy.
shows
Bunch of good players
right. So
there
I
too,
know
yeah.
that expectation of being good and backing it up. I think I agree.
That's
I was
right.
saying
Definitely
like I
backing
think
it up.
that's not
That's hard. That's a
very
hard
hard to do.
feeling
Yeah.
to have.
That's hard to do.
Every time you step on the court.
You gotta have. big
Honestly, I
shoulders
don't
for that.
remember like one bad game for real this year.
No.
Like I don't.
There's
like,
games where like damn, like I wish Coop did a little more, but like it was never.
Yeah, I
like, a
remember
bad
beginning of the
game.
year he had like a few turnovers like end of the game, but like you gotta think like he was 17 at that time.
Right,
It's crazy.
but very. I think he has very broad shoulders and he's able to carry, whatever they ask of him, and I think that in that sense he is like a LeBron. I think that he's just more reserved than LeBron. Obviously, LeBron's in year
Yeah.
28. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
So like
yeah.
it's more developed into that, but I think you are right in the sense where it's like he and I think that's what makes him great. He's gonna do whatever you ask him to do,
Yeah.
and he's gonna excel in it because one, he wants to, two, he's working at it, and three, because he can handle it.
Yeah.
So I yeah,
That and that's
yeah.
again, if
You
you
can't
think of
even measure that.
any number one pick over the last 10 years, I don't think has been able to handle that.
No.
Maybe Victor's on the way, but
Rose maybe, because that was really big pressure.
D Rose,
Chicago's
yeah, I guess,
own
yeah.
coming into
That
Chicago.
that was what 09
Yeah,
or 08,
I don't even know.
one of those. I think
one of
9.
those. Because was D Rose and
Didn't he
Steph
hurt
Curry
his
in the
knee in
same?
10 though? Was that
No, no,
rookie
no,
year?
no.
when he
10,
got
10,
hurt?
11.
Yeah.
10, 11, I think. Yeah.
It's
So yeah, I
crazy.
think man. For the draft picks, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I just hope he don't go to Washington. Like I don't want to see that. I ain't gonna lie.
See, I actually said something.
I think it's
I
rigged.
want to see. I want to see Ace go to a Washington where he could just get the ball.
Everybody get on.
I'm a shoot 25 shots a game. Then as the years go on, y'all build around me. I would love to see Coop be paired with somebody. I think that's when Coop will be at his best.
I think it's rigged.
What the draft?
Yeah,
Where you going?
I don't think
Where you
Coop.
going?
I don't know, but Coop not going to a bad spot. They gonna make sure, because if they saying like
What's a
when
bad spot though? Because like you got.
I think Washington's a bad spot.
Okay, so
Like,
Yeah, I
we
don't
were
wanna-
talking about
I don't
a
want to
friend.
see Coop in a Washington.
Yeah, like
situation.
Nobody
you're
wants
gonna
to
put him in a jersey that's gonna sell, and you're gonna put him in an organization that develops. Like you have to. If you don't, you're screwing yourself for the future of the NBA.
So talk to me. What's the 3 teams he can land? Because I got 3.
I gotta bring up.
I got 3
I
teams.
think he could be good on Brooklyn.
For me, is Brooklyn, Charlotte, and the Trailblazers. And I say Trailblazers.
I think he would be good on the Trailblazers.
I think
That'd
I
be a
say
good one.
Trailblazers only because like obviously he's a New Balance guy, but like that's like Nike HQ, like and like all the pushing in the back end. Like I feel like that sells. Like he is New Balance. Obviously, he's not gonna switch now, but like
I could see the Blazers.
they could sell a lot over there. Like and then they're like
What about?
they have a lot of players
this
over
is
there.
Wild. It's wild to say, but what about like New Orleans is down there?
They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it.
I don't know. That's not a. It's not a
That's a
great.
good
It's not a great.
pairing, though,
It's not a
like-
great market.
But like
but
pairing with who? Zion's playing.
If he play, like, I think that takes a lot of pressure off of Zion, like to
yeah,
have somebody
you put,
like that.
You put Zion at 4. You have Coop at the
They don't
3. Valanciunas is at the 5. You got a
Bi
couple
still on that
guards.
team?
Oh,
no,
shit.
Bi's gonna get moved.
Exactly.
Yeah, you move him. You get a couple
Yeah.
more pieces. It's not. I'm just.
Nah,
again, we
I-
just
I-
All the
Yeah.
options are trash.
Yeah, they're not great. They're not great. Like Charlotte, you pair him with Lamelo.
I think
Him and Lamelo would have to just slide. Like when it's game time, Lamelo could slide to the 2. He could control the ball. Like
like in the
But then you got Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller's over there. Like
I don't know. I
Because
can't.
But Coop-
Charlotte
so,
for
like
me
Coop,
feels like
Coop could fit in.
Anywhere.
Coop could go fit in
What
there.
about Utah? Like I hate it, but like I think
Coop
they
could
don't
go-
have anybody. They have all role players at Utah.
See, that's where I want to see Ace go. Like if Ace goes to Charlotte, that's a terrible pick. Like,
Yeah.
like we just gonna sit him in the corner and watch Lamelo and Brandon Miller. Like no,
I think
Ace
I think
should go somewhere like
I think
that.
Ace should go to Toronto.
That's not a bad spot either.
Toronto smooth.
Go take over a country. What?
Drake.
Yeah.
We'll see, man.
Anyway, but that's that. I think we should wrap it up here.
Yeah.
This one was an hour, almost 2 hours, hour and a half probably.
Yeah. Nah, I think we started at like 9:30.
Yeah. So, but hey Jordan, give them your socials real quick.
At Shake Hoops on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that. Tap in.
Go ahead, Ralph.
Toro Ralph, TOOREEL, Ralph. Yeah. YouTube, I haven't been on it as much, but TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, I'm on there a little bit, but it's Toro Ralph with an underscore. So
My training page is Stephen J. Know That. Obviously, the Basketballist podcast is on IG. We posting this on YouTube at Know That Training page because I'm too lazy to start a whole Basketballist YouTube page because it's a lot of work. I've changed this podcast second time or third time. Used to be the NDO podcast, then went to Know That podcast. Now it's a Basketballist. So we're gonna keep it simple, keep it with Know That, and we'll see you guys soon. Hey, actually, drop a comment, like, share this on all platforms from Apple Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, social media links. You share it, and then hit us in the comments. Tell us what you want to hear from us on the next episode.
Shout out Space 67 Studios.
Facts. All right. See you guys soon. Peace.
We out.
Hey.